Good morning, welcome all of you. This session we are having a brief discussion on science and the God. So, the beautiful topic almost you will be in a position to understand because you are living almost in the age of science. So, most of the time we try to contradict because sometimes feel science is all because they are now adventuring to or exploring to know the secrets of science, science, secrets of the universe, secrets of the God's creation, and the secrets of God's mystery. So science feels it is omniscient, omnipotent. So it is most of the times it tries to go away little ahead to feel that not to understand more than to understand. But most of the people we think they take it in a positive way and feel whenever there was very no knowledge of science, even if there was only feeble rays erected from science by science, then also this creation was there. It is God's manifestation. Just imagine. Science have so far explored and reached rust the that number of bones is like this, veins are arranged like this, heart is like this, so your structure is physical structure is like this. Suppose you are taking a consideration with respect to this human body, just imagine even if some breath is lagging, so some vein disorder is there, suppose some internal disorder, anything, even if it is the minutest one, then also you feel science is feeling helpless. And if somehow it is possible, they feel it is due to the blessings of the God. So even the science and the scientist, they are also creation of the God. No, it is a very plain observation, and of course it is the very minutest observation. Thing is that here we are going to have some discussions on science and the blessings of science, like this, what science and the God, how they are working, and how they are not working, how they are believed and how they are not believed. So we are going to have a very beautiful aphorism 504, that is a great one. Science is chiefly useful for the to the God lover and the God knower. Very useful, chiefly useful for the God lover and the God knower, because without them everything. See, when doctor you are going to consult the doctors are preferred and of course designed as the second God, because they give life. Engineers, they are actually creators. After the Lord, they are creators, vast creators, great creators. So doctors, they give life, they give even birth, so many ways they are considered, they are second God. Here in the course, science is chiefly useful. Whenever you enter into the clinic, there will be one sentence, it is finally it is faith that cures. Rx, I cure. Rex means devoted to God, it is a Greek one. And the second one you can find, I cure and he I treat and he cures. I treat and he cures, because all the faith finally it emerges from God, and yeah, of course it gets its completion with the God only. There is nothing else. Anyways, here in the course, science is chiefly useful to the God lover and the God knower. God lover and God knower, two varieties. Of course, both may be the same. So God lover and God knower, to them it is chiefly useful because it enables him, maybe God lover and God knower, it enables him to understand in detail. They are enabled to understand of course it enables, science enables them to understand in detail and admire the curious wonders of his material workmanship. Material workmanship, this the wonder of his material workmanship. They admire this curiosity, and the one learns and cries. Beautiful. One learns and cries, learning the science. Through science he cries, behold how the spirit has manifested itself in matter. Science is totally it yet to emerge, yet to touch, yet to reach the gulf, the zenith of the gulf at the bottommost point of the matter. It is yet to verify, yet to have a final knowledge. Here in the course. mm, the one learns and cries, behold how the spirit has manifested itself in matter. Spirit has manifested itself in matter, and the cry is there, behold how the spirit manifests in itself in matter. The other one, it is the term of the one, and the second one, the touch of my lover and master, the perfect artist, the hand omnipotent. So it is there. When science, it is actually God lover and God knower, because it enables them to understand the detail and admire the curious wonders of the material workmanship. One is God lover and another is God knower. So one cry, learns and cries, behold how the spirit is manifest itself in matter. Spirit has manifested already in the matter, you just see. Second one, he showed the touch of my lover and master, the God knower. He knows the touch of my lover and master, the perfect artist, this God, this perfect artist, the hand omnipotent hand. It is for him, it has been done. So even if it is science, it claims, I have done, I have gone, I have expressed, I have explored, I have explained, I have discovered or invented the secrets how the spirit has manifested itself in matter. And again, you can find the God lover, and the second one, that is a cry from him, behold, the touch of my lover and master, touch of my lover and master, the perfect artist, the hand omnipotent. So this is the difference. Anyway, science is chiefly useful to them. Because without knowing them, you feel you are very much successful in adventuring, exploring, or inventing something that is quite miraculous, marvelous. Thing is that behind that marvelous creation, marvelous discovery, marvelous invention, the grace of the Divine Mother is there. Grace of the Divine is there. There is no doubt of it. Again, during the course beautifully. In former times, there was a noble form of, verses, asservation. So, if in former times there was a noble form of assertion, for souls, compact merely of force and action, as surely as God lived. That observation was there. So, as in the former times, the noble thought was like this: as surely as God liveth. But for our modern needs, where rightly we stand, of course, for our modern needs, the another asseveration should better, instead of staying in the as surely as God liveth, as surely as God loveth. As surely as God loveth, that is the final thing we are going to quote, and you see here. So beautiful here in the course. Here we are seeing a little bit, we are going deep to understand really about the God's creation and this God's blessings, and how the God really is there inside us and in our humanity. Anyway, first of all, we want to see how God and man they work together, and how they are God and man related, and what is their real point, the real point, how the God created man, and how man actually now following the God, and sometimes it is also contradicting God. So here in the concept, how really the in the positive sense, how really the God and man are related. So here in the quotes, God leads man while he is misleading himself. That is a great observation by Sri Aurobindo. God leads man while he is misleading himself. As long as he is leading, of course, he is very dim possibility, very little possibility, poor possibility is there, because to err is human, to forgive is divine. Man, by its instinct, he is actually he misleads himself. God leads man while he is misleading himself. So the sometimes God is man. If with the divine that the path is clear, life is blissful. No, if without the divine, life is a painful illusion. So taking the God with him and taking him to the carrying him and putting him keeping him in the front, that is your problem is over, man's problem is over. But thing is that he is being abided by his own beliefs, so problem comes there itself. So to some extent his knowledge works, and he to some extent he goes, and after the knowledge ceases, where his knowledge changes, where his efficiency actually deactivates, then comes the problem on the फोर ट्रैक लेन ऑन द चारी छक चार, इसको चौक में खड़ा होकर तो देखते हैं तो क्या होता है, तो कुछ भी नहीं मिलने वाला। कहाँ जाऊँ, कोई गाइड करने वाला नहीं, कोई लीड करने वाला नहीं, कोई मूव करने वाला नहीं है। नो बडी इज देयर टू गाइड, बिकॉज that is the four the actually the road has been by quadruple four it is leading to four paths where really I have to go there itself. The essence of God, the guidance of the God is necessary. If you are not able to contact God that time, naturally you are going to meet with a big failure. God leads man while he is misleading himself. If we would understand God's here in the course, if we would understand God, we would renounce our egoistic and ignorant human standards. That's what is guiding and misguiding rather, egoistic and ignorant human standards. So we don't renounce it because we don't know where really it happens. We feel it is our friend. So when we have taken these egoistic and ignorant human standards as our guide, friend, philosopher, so how can we be in a position to quit it, to renounce it, to reject it? That is what the problem. So here in the course, if we would understand God, we must renounce our egoistic and ignorant human standards, else ignoble or universalize. If we can renounce it, then second problem is that we will try to ennoble it and universalize, so that it will have a greatest impact, and it will have find a greater value. So it will perform in the need of the in the greater need of the humanity at large. So we have to renounce these egoistic and ignorant human standards, or even if it is not, then second condition that that transformation is possible, we will enable and universalize them. The condition is that precondition is that if we understand God, then here in the course man becomes God, and all human activity reaches the highest and noblest when he succeeds in bringing body, heart and mind in touch with the spirit. That is what only thing. Spirit is there, spark of the divine, soul is there, spark soul is there. So if we can be able to bring the body, high mind, now itself they are clearly dominating and clearly coming to the fore, and in that time, of course in that position, the spirit, the psychic being is lying concealed, hidden. So if this thing will succeed in bringing body, mind and heart in the touch of the spirit, then only we can find that man will become God, and all human activity reaches its highest and noblest. That is the condition. Only that your psychic should prevail over the body, mind and heart, and the body, mind and heart must be in touch of the spirit. Again, Sri Aurobindo tries to explain couple of things. We'll see. No salvation should be valued which takes us away from the love of God in humanity. So it is not there. Even if there is a feeling, there is a blank feeling, there is a human unworthy feeling that we are great. Sure, that's what already explained. Science omnipotent in vain, because you know how the stars were made, how the things have been recognized. This is where the it only solves your external superficial problems. It does not enter into the depths. That was the problem. And even if the science in one direction, you feel I have a great creator. Sometimes you claim he was the first creator, I am the last. What he invented not, I shall invent. So just imagine, no, there is no miracle that I shall not pass and I shall not achieve. Just in many ways we feel proud, but the thing is, you see, you are in the process of exploration, hundreds, thousands times you have tried to have some invention to achieve something, but like that, in that hour, when it is possible for you, suppose something, when your stomach problem comes, suppose you feel something like a gastrointestinal problem, suppose some acidity is there, suppose some now a diabetes or cancer problem is there, suppose you fall down, then what really will help you? So naturally you feel God the omniscient, who will come and help us. So this is the thing, no salvation would be valued which takes away from the love of God in humanity. So you go with the blessing, everything will be colorful, everything will be beautiful. So science needs the God's blessings, because science itself is the creation of the Lord. Science, and when nature is created, among the nature there is behind the nature, with the nature there is actually some artistry, art, some beauty is there. But inside there, so many things are there. How it has been created, flower, this is a plantation. So many ways you think it is having a great. There is a great science behind it, and everything is the blessings of the God. So science omnipotent in vain. It tears the veil and feels it is creating, it knows everything. But thing is that whatever it knows, it is only a partial blessing. No salvation should be valued which takes away from the love of God in humanity and help we can give to the world. So don't go away from the God. Going away from the God, it creates a wickedness in you. So with the God, you can see everything is possible. Science, Chandrayaan and all, or you are finding, you are going with the blessings of the God. Suppose somewhere there is only a little leakage in the main block hole, the main system, there is a black hole, then entire effort is gone. Billions of rupees is lost. So you have to see where really actually you stand. So against during the cruising, there is a miracle that the men love God, yet to fail to love humanity. So you have to love. You have got the blessing. You are here. Some there is blessings. There is of course God's hand is there. But you try to love God, love man, because God is well situated, well positioned inside God. That's what must not be forgotten. Anyway, sure, in the course, we are going to have the concluding remarks right now. We'll feel this gods, really what really these gods are. The gods already exist in the Astic, also in the Nastic. So gods already exist. They are not created by man. Just understand. Very interesting observation. Gods have been created by, not created by men. They already exist, even though he does not seem to conceive them in his own image. It is a great thing, great definition, great description, no doubt of it. It is the blessing. With the blessing, science will put forward. Of course, science has got its way, it is going, but with the science, blessings of the science, it will be able to know how God manifested in matter, how really this world moves on, what is the process of evolution. Vande Mataram.